Testing, 1, 2. Okay, I think my mic is not working. Yes, it is. That is one heck of a lag.
Saddle up in the mornings with Jimmy and the Stallion, the only morning show featuring DJ Jimmy Fries and a 4-year-old quarter horse named Clover.
All right, hello city builders. This is Hubbub streaming live from the city of Nuevo Springs on the Azure Gulf map in the Sunset Harbor DLC. Great to see you here. If you're here or if you're watching later, I appreciate you watching. I have been bouncing back and forth the last couple weeks between live streams and edited videos. I just put up an edited video on my YouTube channel, so I want to do a little bit of live streaming tonight. And I think there's 3 things that I need to work on, and I'm going to divide the tasks between live stream right now and an upcoming edited video. The 3 things that I need to continue working on are: 1, I need to finish laying out the road network over here on this side of the city. 2, there's still some beautification that needs to happen in each of these individual districts in terms of plopping trees, putting in cafes, all that kind of good stuff. And then 3, there is this new park system along the waterfront. Along the Riverwalk that I'm going to have to put in. And I really want to do that in an edited video. So tonight I'm going to focus on road layout, finishing putting in the streets, and then I may do some zoning, just get it all zoned in. And I put a lot of thought into this. This might scandalize some doctrinaire players of City Skylines when we look at this section of terrain. One might think that the most sensible thing to do here, I need to fix that. Most sensible thing to do here would be or an organic layout that conforms to the terrain. But if we look at this, it's actually pretty flat over here. There isn't much of grading that needs to happen. And so I don't think the terrain's going to impact the... Let's just see what happens here. Okay, let me smooth this and just see what it looks like. And so this is going to sound really ironic but I'm thinking I want to be a little bit of a rebel here. Our common sense or training would tell us that the best option would be to do some roads that follow the terrain here. But what I've been doing the last few builds have been laying in this very rigid, rigorous road layout. So I think the rebellious thing that I want to do tonight with the roads here is keep this grid going over here and over here. And it might actually be kind of interesting to do it that way because it's going to conform to the coast because we're going to be going vertically along this highway here on this side. And then over here, we want to match up with the orientation of these roads. And I want this little park here to skip across the highway. So right up along the highway here is going to be park. So that's the first course of action right now that I want to work on is dropping in the roads. And I did it. I already tested it. I don't think it's going to look that bad. Of course, I'm biased, so I want to fix this here real quick. I'm worried that the river's going to get closed up. So let's just drop this down a little bit, broaden this. Okay. Now, I've already started putting a pedestrian bridge across this highway. So I have a, what's the word I want? I have a guideline for remaining aligned with the grid on the other side. And this may look very tortured. The other thing I think I want to do here is add... I don't know if I want to do that or not. I was thinking I want to add a fence here so that the only zoning will be along the residential roads. But I don't think necessarily that that makes a difference. Because if I put in 2 squares of low density commercial right along this road here, it's not going to be too impactful. So let's just leave that as it is for now. I'm going to push this. No, I don't think I'm going to push that any further. So we're just going to start building in grids. And I'm going to kind of make it up as I go. Can that go under there? Ooh, that can stretch under there. Let's do it. That answers another question that I was thinking about. So then, I don't know that that's really necessary. I'm actually going to delete that side street. Something doesn't look right here. Could be the topography. Let's see if I... Okay, so now what I want is... ...12 by 12. Or 12 by 5. So I'm not quite sure where I want to start this. I really think I want to ground it in the middle here. So if we count 12 over from this side... There's 12, I mean there's 4, there's 8, there's 12. So this will be our first bifurcation point. And then that street up here, we're going to push it back just a bit. So now we're going to come over 12 again. Hey, how'd I get so lucky? And so then, yes, I think we can eliminate that. And I don't even know if we need... Okay, I'm only putting this little spur here because I want to eliminate the road. So we're going to leave that like that. And so now we're going to come across. Should be very close to 12 on this side. So that would be 12 right there. Am I right? I'm off count. That would be 12. So then there's 4... 8, 12. Okay, let's do this. We're going to fix the terrain there here in a sec. Does that give me 12? Yes, it does, indeed. we're going to push this up. But then we're going to eliminate these. Then... Now this might make my terrain disastrous. I want to level this up to this. Yeah, it's not too bad. Okay. Or maybe I'll just level it up flat with that. That's better. I'll have to smooth that out. Okay, then we're going to fix this. Okay, then... Can I get a nice neat curve here? Nope. Not what we intended. I think that's tolerable. I need to do some smoothing here, perhaps. Or we just don't have that there. But let's see. Okay, so now let's come to the other side. Now let's see if this makes that look miserable. Some glitching there now, but we can fix that with trees, I think. Okay, now before I go further, let's eliminate that traffic light. Oh, this is... Well, this might not have been the most intelligent choice, because this is a huge cul-de-sac now. We may have to go in and do some revisions. Yeah, that's a cul-de-sac now. I don't know if it makes sense to attach these to that node or not. That could create some traffic jams too. I could tunnel underneath the highway and connect it in over here. That might be unorthodox also. Okay, now I just see the BOB there that reminds me something I have been meaning to do for a while, so let me distract myself real quick and come over here. There is an asset that I put in months ago that has these palm trees. Trees. palm. Let's see. Let's just use the Alder 01 since that's already in place on this asset. Maybe not. Let's do the 5 meter. I don't know. That's too short. Okay, let's try something different. Let's try 14 meter. Okay, now let's just look at those real quick. Do they? Oh, yes, indeed. So that's not going to work. Let's use the Papeln. Since the Papeln is in here. Now, do I like those tall? Let's try Papeln Young. This is okay. I think I like this better. Yes. All right. Cool. Now back to work. See that in my eye looks just fine. The terrain is already flat enough that I don't think these grids look unorthodox. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing over here. We're just going to extend that grid over here. Okay, now I may eliminate that road there until I have my dimensions proper, but I'm putting that in so I have a benchmark, a guideline for identifying 5 tiles. Okay, and we can get rid of that. Oh, that's my 5. Okay, now let's see. How can I do this? If I go from here to here, that's 560. So from here to here, where's 560? There's 560. So that's my starting point. So now we're looking for, again, 12 across. I don't know that that does anything for me in terms of tiles, but it might be good for connectivity because that's a cul-de-sac the way it is. Now let's bring this over to the road. Hey, perfect. Okay, now we are going to delete that. Okay, 12. What? Whoa. don't know that that's needed. Okay, now over here we're gonna have a different alignment. We're gonna work with this road. So, because part of the transition that's happening here from one side of the roadway to the other is I really want this neighborhood to look as much as possible like this. Over here we have high density high rises and then high density mid rise, and then over here again will be low density. So we're using the self-sufficient houses. It's not gonna let me.
Pernu apparel. Italian leather. Italian threading. Pernu is Italian for jean
This could be
jacket.
tricky.
We take the second best of Milan and with an appropriate markup, bring
I may have
it
to
you.
cheat here a bit.
Just because you don't have taste
Let's
doesn't mean you don't have pants.
bring this
Pernu
up.
apparel. Clothes, but not quite.
Just so that we can get it down on the ground here. Then we're going to put that back. Okay, because we're using that as our baseline, I do think I'm going to make that my anchor point. And so we're going to go 5 here. And I'll figure out additional connections after we have the grid set. Did I put those fences in? Yes. All right. And so I'm using this roadway as a highway. I have the speed limit set up to highway. It was a little trick I saw in a Biffa video. We're using this as like a parkway or an expressway. And so this is a zonable road. And so if I put these streets too close to that, then I end up with weird tiles on the highway side of that road there. So put the fence in so that these roads here will lay in as the full amount of tile that's possible. Okay. Now let's start building out. There's 12. I feel like I'm breaking some cardinal rule of realism here doing this, but part of what makes this interesting visually, I think, will be that these grids now are oblique to each other. They're not coming in at the same angle. Um, oh, I see what's going on. Now, I don't know if that's really necessary like that. But it does allow for a couple tiles right here. Let's see. This would be a collector, so I could put 2 tiles of commercial right there. Okay. Don't know if this will let me. It's not. Okay, that's too far out. I don't even know if that's necessary either, but it enhances connectivity. We're gonna come in here now. And because we have that node there, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get this at 90 degrees on the road. What I think I can do is drag this node a little bit. Yes, I think that's 90. Yes, okay, good. Although that's not 90. Okay, let's keep it going. I think we can leave that the way it is. Now, let's see if we can bring this in. Not quite 90 either. That would give me 90. That does not. We'll just leave that. Okay, I'm only bringing that down so that I can add... Okay, we have to find a different way to do this. I really don't want that connecting right there. 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But now I don't have my 5th. We don't really need... I think this is okay. We have full tillage, and we're going to figure out something else to do there. Now, I'm going to connect these only for the sake of connectivity. Why? There we go. See, now if I get rid of this, there we go. Except that was not as far as I wanted it to take it. Oh, and we've got 4 there again. Let's see. Okay, now this I'm going to take over here. Alrighty then, I think we have it. So that's that. Then the next, so I'm gonna save real quick. I think my next step then will be to do some zoning. And after I've done the zoning, then I can start looking at beautification. And that will allow buildings to level up while I'm beautifying. Oh, except I think I need pipes under the roads. Yes, that would have been a significant oversight. Okay, that's bizarre. Those were never connected. Okay, let's bring... Wow, that was about as efficient as it could get. Okay, let's see. This will not be, but that's okay.
Gaze at a gazelle, lock eyes with a lemur, shake hands with a turtle. At the City Zoo, you can experience the wild in our wildest exhibition yet. Come down this weekend to meet our newest addition, a three-toed sloth named Barbara. She'll hook you with her smile, and hook you again with her curved toes used to grasp trees in the wild. After that, take a gander at another new species, a new type of bird previously identified.
Well, phooey, do I want to cheat here?
Zoological error. Fun for the whole family. Book now and get a free handful of pellets to feed the fish. Limit 4 per family while supplies last. We'll look forward to seeing you where the animals live in rooms painted to look like home. The City Zoo.
This is all that jazz. Home of Funk on the Fives. Funk songs scheduled in a way that pleases our sponsors.
Okay, I think we have everything covered. We're not zoning over here. I don't... Oh, I'm missing a little spot right over here. Let's fix this. So I wonder what happens if these tiles, if I zone there, will those buildings not have enough water? Let's see. Okay, so we're going to have a little bit of redundancy in there. Wow. Now, oh, that's interesting. Well, that was an unforeseen, unintended consequence. Let's see. Let's try a slightly different approach. This is going to significantly reshape the land here. Let's not. Let's try this. Make sloped. Make sloped. Make sloped. Now that's got a red light. Okay, so that needs to be the next step, is I need to fix some of these intersections. That's already yielding. That needs to be yielding. Okay, now this is where it gets extraordinarily tedious because I also need to adjust permissions so that cars can drive through. Looks like I never did that over here. Okay. And I'm sorry, I need to take a short break. All right, I am back. Okay, let's get back to it. It's too bad there's no universal command for this. I may make a few of these intersections sloping, given the terrain. Now, in the super blocks across the way, I changed these roads over to a custom asset that had protected bike lanes. But this is a low density residential neighborhood, so I think this street that we have right here is going to be perfectly workable. I wonder, will the clearance there allow... No, I don't think it will. Wouldn't it be useful if I could connect these two together just for the sake of connectivity? I may try something here. Nope, not gonna work. Too steep. I could cheat. That doesn't seem right. Why? Is it connecting to that road? Yeah, it is. Because one of my preoccupations is that this is a cul-de-sac over here. I'm gonna cheat. Let's raise... Oh, it's a pillar there. That's the problem. Okay, I may continue that habit across the way over here. This I don't think I'll have the same problem. We can drop this down. I honestly don't know if this would actually be something that would happen in real life, but I'm a fan of creating connectivity across the network because, you know, as I said, this was a cul-de-sac. This was a bit of a cul-de-sac. This has more entrances, but now there's more access and egress points throughout the network. Let's go back to checking all these.
All the way to those most final of noodles. Every occasion has a noodle at yakisoba, so experience something different.
Okay, we're good there.
Yakisoba. It literally means fried noodles.
Lights, camera, movie. There's nothing like watching a movie to take you to another place or time. And there's no better place to watch than Drome Cinema. And no better time than the time it takes you to get from where you are to where we are. You'll break box office records of fun as you take a trip to Tinseltown Movieville, USA. Action, cut, quiet on the set. Our theaters feature noise-absorbing fabric, guaranteeing the only thing you hear is the movie. That high-pitched shuttle drone is normal. It's the sound your ears hear when there's nothing for your ears to hear here. So come on down and enjoy the movies where everyone's a star.
Okay, let's check this. Yep. Yep. done that. That's fine. That's been squared away. Let's see what these look like. Oh, I wrecked my pedestrian bridge. Let's replace that real quick. Whoa, what happened here? What? Okay, that's not... And I think these are now... I don't know what happened here either. I had those set higher. Okay, we gotta fix all that now. That's much better. Now the funny thing is, doing that, I don't know if that was the best solution. I don't know that I needed to zone there, but what's the point of having that road there? Put houses here? Let's just bring this straight. Oh, that's weird. And why did it do that? We're just going to bring this straight down over here. Because I doubt that I would have put houses right here. Probably wouldn't put houses there either, but definitely wouldn't put them here this close to the exit ramp. Okay, that's fixed. Now, let's look at these roads. That's fascinating. Where are these folks going on bikes? Holy smokes, that's a long bike ride. Holy smokes. I think I want to follow this guy. See what the ride looks like. That's crazy. Hey, Boston Brewers, how's it going? Thanks for saying hello. I'm just doing some infrastructure this evening, as tedious and boring as that might be. And I noticed that these bikers are taking this the long way from here all the way over. This is really interesting. And so now I'm at the extraordinarily boring piece of clearing permissions on all the intersections in this grid that I've set up. So I won't blame anybody if they tune out. I don't know that I need a light right here. How are you doing this evening? Well, I've been making mistakes for a couple years now. What was it that you saw that I'm handling that you're needing help with? Watch enough video on YouTube and you'll pick up a lot of tricks. How long have you been playing the game? Hey, are you enjoying it? Or do you hit those walls and find it frustrating? That happens. I think, have you ever seen City Planner Plays or Biffa? They do a great job of explaining some of the basic mechanics. Hey, they're great. Keep watching them. And then just don't get frustrated. I first started playing city builder games back in the 90s with SimCity. So, and I don't think of myself as expert at this. I learn new stuff every day. See, do I really need this road here? Okay, I feel like I'm missing stuff. Oh, I need to paint districts. But do I have everything cleared? Looks like it. Okay. What's next? This is going to be high density, but ban high rises. The only problem I'm going to have here is this is going to be weird. Big issue right now is cargo train ports keep getting so much cars backed up. So when you say cars, I'm assuming you mean trucks, automobile traffic. Yes? you mean backed up like that. You don't turn them off. So one of the things, okay, let me think here. This is one of those little tricks that I saw Biffa do. One thing that he'll do is, he'll take, let's see if I can show this out here. He'll put in a street like that, and then he'll bring another street at a 90-degree angle, and it's really clever. And then he will drop that cargo train terminal, like that, so that the entrance is opposite that 90-degree angle. And then he'll delete these roads. And so this road is now still connected to the train port. And what happens is when the trucks are coming this way, they're slowing down to do a 90-degree turn, and then sometimes they're getting in each other's way as they're leaving, either turning right, or some of them will try to turn left. If you draw that side road and then connect your access road at a 90-degree angle, then the trucks don't have to turn 90 degrees to get in. So that can help. Hang on a minute. The other issue that so one of the other problems, and I don't know if I've really solved this. I don't know if you can mod or not. I have a mod. I think it's called Optimize. Where is it? It's not advanced. More effective transfer. Right here. More effective transfer. Sometimes what happens is trains will debark only 20% full, or like that. That kind of thing just drives me nuts. That mod right now for me, for some reason, isn't working as well as I think it could, because you can see there's 2 trains right there that are not even fully loaded. But the mod forces them to load fully. For some reason, it's not working the way it should for me, but that's one thing. And then, I don't know, it's like my train, how do I say this? You can look at this and see that. This is a great example of how not to do it. Because first of all, this isn't realistic having these trains go up this hill, but whatever. But when I first laid all these tracks in, I had this nice little, I had long distances connecting, but they were still getting backed up. And so what I had to do is create these one-way flyovers. So the train leaves the rail here, going one way up here, so that they're not crossing each other. You have more effective. I'm still wondering if there's something wrong with it, but it definitely reduces train traffic. Like there's one that's only halfway full. But that's an example of me creating a patchwork solution because I had a big problem. Over here, this is a good example of how to handle this better, because I have this cargo terminal here, decent amount of traffic coming into it, but then I've got a very, very long slip line here, so that if there are trains backed up, they don't block the through traffic. And why do I have... Oh, lordy. I don't need that. Okay. I gotta fix that.
The wait is over. It's finally here. Friday night chili bowling at Andy's Bowling Alley. Every Friday night, anyone who buys at least 2 games of bowling gets a free bowl of chili. So don't wait. Book a lane now. Due to recent incidents, the chili
Oh, wow. I'm gonna have to sort that out later.
You can enjoy it wherever you want. In a park.
The other thing at this point, like my next build, I might do this. Right now, I have despawning on.
Come on back and be
My road network is handling the traffic with despawning.
Coffee, fuel of the modern economy.
Yeah, I know how you feel.
Of burning beans and drinking the bitter bean.
Me personally, when I set this stuff up, I put a cargo terminal at nearly every. So like if you look at my ore industry here, we've got the ore, and then they're delivering. So part of it is getting your supply chain right. I have a video that goes over this, but basically we've got ore extraction, and then I have a storage point right here. So these facilities are going to load in here unless it's full. Then I have special goods production for ore over here, producing metals and glass. And I have ore facilities here, and then I've got warehouses for metal and glass right here. And then at those factories where maybe they're using metal, so like this, the electronics factory is using glass and metal. So I've got a warehouse here for metals and a warehouse here for glass, and then plastics. And so we have a train hub here and a train hub here. And so what happens now is, instead of this factory ordering metals or glass and getting a delivery from all the way over here, or even a train from all the way over here, the delivery comes from these warehouses. And so it reduces, and at best, the train comes from here to here and back, right? And then the trucks go from here to here and back. So the footprint of the vehicles on the network is reduced. I don't know if that makes sense or not. That's one way that I've addressed the problem, because now I don't have trains traveling all the way across the map from here out to here to deliver stuff. They're only going to the shortest destination possible. Hang on. I gotta step away for just a sec. The other thing I've learned the hard way is, because I had a build that was just like that. I had trucks all over the place. Now, I am producing a lot of oil out here, but or a lot of oil special goods. But the thing that's really hard to figure out is, like, I don't have that many facilities out here. There's a lot of oil on this map, but if you have like a huge facility, see, look at all the oil on this map. If I were to load this whole region up with boatloads of oil drills, I would have a problem with trucks. And so I only have the minimum that I need, and I've got this balance, so I'm producing a pretty decent amount of special goods. I'm turning all of my oil into petroleum and plastics. I'm not outputting that much. 16 barrels, that's it. I've got 500 barrels incoming, and I'm selling 16 barrels of oil. So, like, not overdoing it, I think, is the hardest thing with... I'm assuming you have industries mods, or we wouldn't be having this industry DLC, or we wouldn't be having this conversation. This looks like maybe I have a lot of mines. But I could have, in previous builds, I would have had like 3 times as much. And so I make the problem by producing too much and then overloading my network with trucks and rail. I'm producing, let's see, how much am I exporting here? See, so now I'm importing a bit of ore, which is fine. I'm exporting some too, but I'm outputting glass and metals. So the profit margin is okay, but I'm not producing so much ore that I'm overloading the road with traffic. If that makes sense. I don't know if I want to zone right now. I'm all ready to zone in here. Oh, I need to paint my districts. Okay, so this is what I have to figure out. Oh, how many districts do I have? Oh, I'm almost out of districts. So the issue I'm going to have here with this road network is I like to ban heavy traffic inside the district so that the trucks don't drive on the neighborhood roads. So I should be okay. I have 126 available. I already have this one done. Oh, great. Okay, well, let's make sure I have policies in place here. Okay, I need a heavy traffic ban. Okay. Modern city center. Okay, this one's good. Well, maybe I should just zone here. Let's paint a district over here for the moment. So similar problem. Let me think. If I were to ban heavy traffic on this road, it wouldn't really be a big deal because trucks would come off the highway instead of through this road network. So I'm not going to worry about that. Similarly with this, now, okay, so this road I might want to leave open because I'm going to bet that I have trucks coming across this way to get over to factories. So I think what I'll do is I'll put a district here and a district here. Yeah, I don't want them coming through there to get to be well. Okay, I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet and have a little tiny district over here because there might be trucks that want to get into these neighborhoods. So if they come along this collector road, it's not that big of a deal. So I'm going to have this little teeny district right here. See, like that truck right there. Where is he going? have a couple teeny districts. That would be a nice place for a school campus right there on the end. Maybe, or even in here. I need to figure out where I'm going to drop services. Or a little park. Be a nice spot for a little park, or even some commercial in there. Don't give up the game, Boston. Just keep struggling. You'll be good. Okay, now something I did forget is we're going to extend this park. Oh, I don't even have that. I don't even have that zoned as a park. Interesting. We're still going to extend those paths so that this kind of mirrors over here. So I could... let's... delete that. And I could even delete that. And then we could absolutely make this a bona fide park. I never painted that before. Interesting. Oh, yes. Okay, so the one city's got you going crazy. And am I right that you're playing with the DLC? let's see. I don't need that road there. I don't think. So now we're going to have a high-rise ban and a heavy traffic ban in each of these. And modern city center. Modern city center. High-rise ban, traffic ban. Okay, and then I forgot. I am a fan. Yeah, I can't. I don't have any patience for natural disasters. Respect to anybody that plays with natural disasters, but that's definitely not my gig. Now, do I want regular commercial in here or not? We don't need tourism. We may not need leisure. Could put organic and local produce in here. Let's do organic and local produce in these. No, let's just start out like that. Okay. Also want, I think, a medical clinic right here. And it looks like this would reach. Okay. And fire similarly. Why is he not grabbing on that road? That's strange. Don't have much coverage there. This is weird. Okay, and then police. Postal. And I think I'm going to drop a cemetery right here. And we shall put a crematorium right next door. None of this stuff has electricity. Okay, and then I'm going to start zoning. All of this is going to be residential. Not all of it. We'll have some commercial on the collector road. Light.
Don't you want money for nothing? Yeah, you do. What's the catch? There is one. Anyone who wants it can have it. You just have
Other
to
thing I
ask
want to
for
do
it. Our
is
3-day sleepaway camp is the perfect place to strike it rich. Who are we? Well, we're the #1 dream makers in the
let's make sure this works. If I drive that path through there,
who has a desire to make it big. Run! Don't walk! Get your heart rate above 120. This is exciting.
Ah,
This is just
nope.
for you because you
Is that
deserve
4?
alone. So don't wait. The early bird catches the worm, and the worm
There we go.
is a bus at 143 Industrial Way that
do
leaves
this.
at dawn. So grab destiny by the horns. Go on. Grab
We're gonna
it.
do
Get
one
yours for the
side
day.
at a time. What I'm going for is
This week at Big Bite Burgers and Fries.
this appearance. All of these houses are 2 tiles deep, and I really love the cookie cutter appearance of these houses, and so that's what I want to try to replicate over here. And so I may not zone all of these at once.
Why take a little bite when you can take a big bite?
Instead, we'll just do this and this
Jazz Boatman, and you're listening to All That Jazz.
and that. And do I even have electricity over here? We are so far away from electricity. No, wait, I'm sorry. Wrong neighborhood. I'm talking about this neighborhood. I want these coming up like these, so it actually doesn't matter. We're going to mix and match. Then let's load some commercial right there. Normally I would not put commercial so close to residential. Let's just see what happens. And then I think yeah, for the most part, now these are light commercial. Like maybe, like if I did that and then put some trees in there. I'm breaking my own rule right now by doing that. Don't think I'm a fan of that. What is that? So, oh, okay, that's my... So, if I were to put in a small playground right here, and then drop... Well, phooey. So that creates a little bit of distance between that commercial and any other residential that might come in. Let's see what the noise looks like. But these folks are not going to be complaining either. And in fact, it's lower, 31% than it was. Right now I'm using the, okay, let me think. I need to get back to the other relight film, and I want to say, I forget the name of it's temperate realistic. Because it's a temperate zone, it's not tropical. I'm using the relight mod though. Okay, so let's do 3 there. I do a lot of trees. Hopefully that helps mitigate noise too. Okay, this block we can zone like this. This block we could zone. I'm tempted to bring, if I bring this to the other side of the road, that will help create some separation. Demand for commercial has just shot off the chart. I may need to like turn some of these grids into a mall or something, a strip mall, because this is just not enough commercial to keep the demand happy. See, if I make these a little bit bigger, I'm trying to avoid putting in offices. I'll use offices to buffer as well. Like over here, I'm using a super block approach, and I've got commercial on the outside, and then offices on the interior, and then residential in here. But then, and I've got heavy, high density commercial right here. Part of the problem is I'm only putting down light density commercial in here. Hey, have a great night, Boston. Thanks for stopping in and saying hello. It was enjoyable talking with you.
Brontosaurus. For millennia, these gentle and graceful giants roamed the earth, grazing off the lush vegetation of the time. Their mere existence transformed the landscape and made a lasting impact on our world. It's that legacy that Dino Oil is proud to continue by using their eons-old dead bone goop to fuel your 5-door wagon, making it the oldest form of recycling there is. Dino Oil. Embrace the power of bones.
I'm Jazz Boatman with All That Jazz. I've got a listener email here that asks a little jazz riddle. The riddle is, which of these things doesn't fit? Jazz piano, jazz guitar, or jazz shoes? Well, I don't need to read the rest of the email, though. The answer is, it's a trick question. They all fit because they all have jazz in their names. Anyway, thanks for getting in touch. More of the best funk and jazz is coming your way.
Okay, I think I may continue this offline, or I'm going to slide on over to YouTube. I'm coming up on 2 hours, and I try not to stream for too long. A problem that I have to solve here is I have huge demand for commercial, but I'm not using that much commercial because I'm using low density commercial. So I've got to figure out where I'm going to put in commercial. But I want to thank you if you are viewing this after the fact. Really appreciate your attention. This is Hubbub signing off.